tail of the tape. Let's have a look. They're both 69 kilo super welterweight division, similar heights. Neethling with a slight advantage. He also has a 2-fight advantage. Somebody's O has to go. Both fighters undefeated.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is our curtain raiser of the evening. It has a 69 kg weight limit. It is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds of kickboxing action. It is brought to you by Rauparaha Stadium. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the ring wearing blue trunks with silver trim. He weighed in at 68.1 kgs. Representing MTI Wellington, introducing Zen Neethling. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, enters the ring wearing blue trunks with yellow and red trim. Weighing in at 68.1 kgs, representing Kapiti Thai Boxing, this is Dan Robertson. 3 2-minute rounds when the bell rings. Referee in charge is Clyde Cowley.
Just a reminder, this is K1 rules. These are 3 2-minute rounds. There's amateur bouts. That means single knee with 2 hands, then you have to let go with 1 hand. There are no standing 8 counts. As the referee isn't Mike, but I can tell you Clyde is fairly careful and cautious with his words. He's pretty simple. You are protecting yourself at all times. You know the rules. I gave them to you backstage. Now get on with the fight, and here we go. Neethling, the southpaw, in the blue trim. Robinson in the blue and yellow. Well, early start, not a lot of feeling out. Southpaw trying to get his foot on the outside and look for the clinch. Robinson, he's starting off with plenty of enterprise, Monty, but Neethling, he's just struggling to get his foot on the outside. His range isn't quite right for the southpaw. I think he's coming inside too much with his lead hand.
Yeah, a little bit excited. Perhaps both men realise that someone's O has to go. They've never lost before, so they don't know what it's like. What's be in the situation when you're a little bit more vulnerable.
Well, Robinson's putting in a lot of energy early. He looks to be slightly the quicker of the two. Neethling relatively composed at this point. Just like to see a slightly more tight guard. I think he's more used to the Thai approach to the game, looking to lock up in the clinch. But these 2-minute rounds, you cannot afford to wait, because at the moment he's simply getting out hustled, although there's not a lot of sting on any of the shots that Robinson is bringing.
Yeah, Robertson on their front foot, he really is in your face. Doesn't give you time to think about what you need to do, or even try and find your range.
It's a big left knee there from Neethling, and that hurt Robinson. The first strike in anger, and Neethling, another big knee into the ribs. He's just warning him for the double up of the knee with 2 hands. But those are the biggest shots of the round, despite Dan Robinson's work, and it's we were briefed backstage earlier, it's all about damage. So Robinson's doing a lot of work, but if Neethling lands a couple more of those big shots, it could very well win him the round. Very effective with the knees so far, Neethling, but Robinson, he is just perpetual motion, Monty.
Oh, look, he's a lot more accurate as Neethling, but Robinson, it's the whole, how the judge see it, volume versus quality. That's going to be a close one to decide.
Well, Robinson could feel hard done by if he loses that round. I think he was the worst hurt of the two. He started off with good enterprise and very, very aggressive. If anything, Neethling has to pick up the pace. But as the fight, there you saw it, that big knee to the rib region, and that really hurt him. I'm going to give it to Robinson on our unofficial cards, but I'll tell you what, I think Robinson is vulnerable, Monty. Yeah.
At the moment, he's in his face. He's in Neethling's face. He is trying everything. Maybe hasn't had the time to think about his defense or a bit of strategy. He thinks he's going to overwhelm him with a lot of punches and variation. Let's see if that's going to be good for him in the second round.
Would have been interested to hear what they had to say in the corners. There's a nice stiff jab to start off proceedings, but Robinson continuing to walk forward. He's hooking his right hand. He's been caught a couple of times with the lead hand on the way in, and Neethling looking for that knee. And it's a clean knee he's looking for. He's using his hands to set it up. Nice second phase work there from Neethling. He's not a quick twitch athlete, but he's methodical. And you can see the reddening on the ribs there, Monty. Robinson has taken some shots to the right-hand side of his rib cage, and there's another one.
Yeah, it's right on the button. He's really making a home for it in that rib region. As you see now, as Neethling comes forward, he's the aggressor. Something that he's been doing much of so far.
Well, Robinson just doesn't quite, when he's aggressive and moving forward, it's working for him, but he doesn't have enough pop in his punches to stop Neethling from coming forward. He landed a little left hook on the inside there and another knee. Remembering he's not Thai fighting, so he steps back, looks for the hands to set up the knees once again. And you can see as soon as he gets back into range, he's looking for that knee. Robinson, though, perpetual motion. He needs to be careful he doesn't drop his head into a knee, because these aren't knees to the head, K1 rules. Big rib kick there, wraps around to paralyze the liver as well. Another knee. Neethling really starting to come into his own now. Another big kick, heavy kick, and the crowd starting to get involved.
Yeah, Neethling a little bit more accurate, measured. He's definitely making them all count, whereas Robinson, he's just throwing with not a lot of...
Big left hand over the top there. That one visibly wobbled Robinson. He's got plenty of ticker, but he's just starting to get broken down. Methodical, accurate, and powerful from the man in the blue corner, Zen Neethling. Well, that will have evened up the fight. And let's take a look at the replay.
Oh, to hectic pace, both men coming forward. Dan Robertson has not stopped all night. At times, you wonder if he's even going to take time to have a look at where the punches are targeted to. No doubt about it, Neethling finished that round a lot stronger of the two. Potentially giving that first round to Robinson, but for me, I think that was Neethling in that second one.
It was a dominant round from Neethling.
Second round, the third and final round. All you good people, let's make some noise for the boys here. Now for round 3.
And thank you to my friends from Manawhenua here in Porirua, giving me a better explanation. Te Rauparaha Arena. We're here in Porirua, and that is Dan Neethling starting off with another left knee against Dan Robertson in the blue and yellow. Neethling's now starting to come on. And a lot of slapping shots, Monty. He's not really turning his knuckles, and that's where Robinson makes all the difference. When he lands, it's hurtful.
Yeah, I think both men, obviously, they're just throwing for the sake of throwing. They're trying to punch and kick with each other, whereas if either man was sort of weighting down a little bit more, being a bit more measured on what they're trying to achieve through their strikes, they may find it a little bit more successful on their side.
Well, this is 3 2-minute rounds. A beautiful straight left there. And it's just, he's not throwing anything spectacular. He's accurate, he's measured, and its simplicity is the key. And most of all, he's composed. He hasn't been rattled. And there's a kick that just glanced off the gloves, but just tickled the whiskers, and the very long whiskers of Robinson. I'm surprised he hasn't stepped up every now and then when he lands that left hand to fire a right knee as well. And again, just accurate now. It's all left hand, it's all southpaw, dishing it up with a double dose of left-handed southpaw. Left straight, left knee, left kick, Zen Neethling. 30 seconds to go in the round.
Robinson hasn't stopped punching, hasn't stopped kicking. No thought of defense in this fight. It's all about attack. As we see a beautiful overhand left there by Neethling.
You notice Neethling's controlling the left hand, right hand rather, of Robinson. He uses a forearm block, controls it at the elbow, and that's what's opening it up for the knee shot and taking away the right hand, which is traditionally the weapon against the southpaw. And you see he's just flailing away. Well, no question, I think Robinson earns a lot of points for heart and ticker. He probably took the first round But as the fight wore on, Monty Beetham, the southpaw efficiency started to pay dividends and started to create some serious damage to the rib cage and to the arms of Dan Robertson.
Definitely so. I think Dan Robertson, in terms of output, he's through plenty of numbers, but remember, it's got to be accurate and you've got to be effective in landing.
Well, we are awaiting the judge's decision. There's somebody's just checking the fuse box out back. Stephen MacGyver, he is waiting for the fighters ringside. Dan Robertson, he's happy with his performance. This has been the curtain raiser. This is King in the Ring 75, it's the super middleweight division. And Dan Hennessy to do the honors.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing action, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision, where we find a unanimous decision winner. Your winner, fighting out of the blue corner, Zen Neethling.